Hello. I just want to thank y'all all so much for being here. If you've been following my eviction notice story, I got an update for y'all, so stay tuned for that. I have this video here because clearly the news that Americans are falling below poverty is all over the world now. Listen, so it's becoming so crazy, like the homelessness in America and people not being able to afford their bills, that it is reaching other news in other countries, y'all.
Moving on, millions of Americans are having trouble paying their bills and saving money, even if they are not living in extreme poverty. And this is according to a research study which is published by the Urban Institute. Low-income Americans are increasingly showing signs of escalating financial strain, like falling behind on rent and struggling to buy food. Take a look at this WION's our special report as we deep dive to understand the surge in poverty in Superpower America.
The number of Americans living in poverty, according to the nation's official definition, fell slightly to about 36.8 million in 2023. That is based on the annual Census Bureau report. Data from Propel Inc., a benefit software provider, showed that 42% of families receiving the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Programs, or SNAP, benefits missed meals in August, and 55% ate less because they couldn't afford food, more than double last year's share. Those on SNAP are typically households with income at or below the poverty line. The data also highlights households' deteriorating financial situation. Since July, a growing number of low-income families have had their utilities cut off because they could not pay the bill or cover their rent. Among individuals who are receiving the increased SNAP benefits, more than two-thirds stated they were also in debt. Justin King, Policy Director of Propel, said, and I quote, "There's a lot of hardship being experienced by people with lower incomes right now. We've seen a lot of cutbacks in safety net benefits this year, and we're seeing the impact." The research adds to the other recent economic data pointing to a deterioration in consumer finances and attitudes, especially among low-income families, due to the slowing of labor market demand, the drying up of savings, and the withdrawal of pandemic-driven social assistance. More than a third of respondents in the Household Pulse poll found it extremely or somewhat difficult to afford the necessities. A census report shows the poverty rate in the United States saw an increase in 2023. The Census Bureau reports that the nation's poverty rate, when adjusted for government support like food assistance and tax credits, edged up to 12.9% in 2023 from 12.4% in 2022. This indicates that while incomes rose, poverty remains a growing concern for many households. A separate report from the Urban Institute showed financial problems have been significantly more prevalent due to the increasing cost of living over the last few years. David Jones, President and Chief Executive Officer of the Community Service Society of New York, one of the study's funders, said, "We've so over-focused on the poverty line that we may have missed that for the first time in America. Families are having to look at a worse future for themselves and their children." Jones added that this is a step backward from what was the essential American dream. The study did find that growing costs of living were not the primary cause of economic insecurity, but a lack of financial.
Y'all see that? Special report. Poverty in Superpower America. Ladies and gentlemen, our poverty has reached worldwide news. That's how you know there's a real situation going on, and the cost of living has become astronomical. Astronomical, ladies and gentlemen. I make these videos because I urge y'all to start thinking outside the box. to start thinking for other ways that we can live for much cheaper or for free. For example, I have a video of a man who lives in New York City for $300 a month. And I am about to jump on this bandwagon. So stay tuned. Please subscribe. I definitely have some update videos for you all. So I hope y'all have a blessed evening and take care.